All right, this is going to be phase 2 of our foot and ankle series. So in phase 1, it was primarily double leg isometric holds more than anything. And the biggest thing we were focused on was making sure we were pushing through the big toe. All too often, I see people almost roll off onto the outside part of their foot. But in this case, again, we want to make sure we are pushing through the big toe effectively. So phase 2 is going to be all about more single leg variations. Still on an isometric, still isometrics and at more conservative angles, but that's what we're going for more than anything. So what we have here, you can use a plate. I have a step here, just something you have. You can put your toe kind of at the edge of that step. So we're going to be here. So what I want to start is we're going to start double leg. You're going to go up with 2. And again, you're not rolling out. You're making sure you're pushing through your big toe. So let's say my right side is the leg that I'm working. My right quad is engaged. My right glute is squeezed. And all I'm doing from here is I am pushing through the big toe. Push, 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 and hold. So the biggest thing I want you to think about is when you shift over to that right side, or in this case, any side, onto that one leg, what we don't want is you're here and then that heel drops. You want to make sure you are keeping that consistent heel height. Again, thinking about getting that heel over that toe. It's not going to actually go over the toe, but that's the goal of the kind of cue I want you to think of. So again, we're going to be here. Right side is the leg is the side I'm working. I'm at the edge of the step, pushing through that big toe. And then again, quad engage, glute is squeeze in that tall stacked position here. Push, 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 and relax. So that's our gastroc loading. Now we're going to move on to our more soleus loading. So again, we are now going to start in that kind of slight knee bend and hip back position. So just getting that knee bend and that knee flexion is going to be a lot more biased towards that soleus. So again, same exact thing, staying in that high heel position. You're pushing that big toe. You're shifting over, and you're still pushing through the big toe primarily. What I don't want is I don't want you just like hanging out in that position. It is all about intent with this. You want to make sure you are pushing through that big toe into the step the entire time. So again, I'm here, I'm shifting over, push, 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 and relax. So again, I'm not totally like in a very forward acceleration position. I'm still relatively vertical, but my knee is probably not going past my toe to bias that soleus. So that's our phase 2 progression of how we go about loading the gastroc and the soleus in more of a single leg variation. And then the next phase is all about changing the shin angle, so getting more horizontal for more acceleration type work, and then eventually some resisted methods.